Welcome to my Idaho cabin, where the elk and deer run free. Welcome to my Idaho cabin, hope you spend a little time with me.
Hi everybody, this is Rick. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. Well, hi again and welcome back to my Idaho cabin. It has been a while since I've made a video, and a couple of reasons for that. My best friend here lost his wife here recently, and so we were dealing with that. We had a big celebration of life for her, and there were 250 to 300 people that came up to Placerville, and we took over the city park, Veterans Park, and I cooked dinner for 250 people. Quite an undertaking. I had a lot of help, but it was something. At his request, I did not film it. He didn't want anything like that on YouTube, so we just didn't do that. And then I took off to California for a 10-day trip. I went down to see my brother. I had to take some stuff down to him, pick up a radio for the fire department in the Bay Area, and see my daughter down there. So anyway, I've been gone and busy. Anyway, I'm back, and so today I thought I would do something a little different. Many of you do a whole roasted chicken in the oven. Well, I'm going to do it a little differently today. I'm going to take a whole roasted chicken and I'm going to do it on the Traeger. So it's going to be a smoker oven type of thing. So anyway, I hope you find it interesting. I've never seen this done before, so it's something that I'm just experimenting with. Just thought it would be nice. I love roast chicken, a whole roasted chicken, and I love smoky flavor too. So I thought I'd give it a try, and yeah, if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. It are what it are. So anyway, thanks again for joining me in my Idaho cabin, and I hope you find this video interesting. So here's the methodology and the ingredients. I have a 5.5 pound young chicken, and don't forget to take out the surprise package that's on the inside of the chicken. That's what's on the plate on the left. That's going to be for Molly. She's going to like that. And then I have my briner bucket, the small one. And inside I have some brine. It's made up of salt, kosher salt, brown sugar, peppercorn, and then you put some warm water in there to dissolve all the sugars and the salt, and then fill it with some cold water, some ice water. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the chicken into the brine, and then I'm going to fill it with, there we go, it's under the brine. Now we put the top on here and turn it, and that's to submerge the chicken, keep the chicken submerged in the brine. Now that'll go in the refrigerator for about 3, 4, 5 hours, something like that, and then we'll take it out and we will cook it. This is the brining bucket. I just wanted to show you. Now you can use a Ziplock bag if you want, but this one has a lid here that keeps the chicken totally submerged. And you just take it off like that, and there's the chicken, ready to come out. So now I'll take the chicken out of the brine. And I'm going to drain it. There we go. And we'll pat it dry with paper towels. Now you can put A little salt and pepper on here, and your favorite rub if you care to, and then it'll go in a roaster. So I'm going to put a little rub on here, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on the chicken. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little of my favorite rub, the Two Gringos Chupacabra, and I'll put that on there. Get it under the armpits, the neck. Okay. And a little more on the top. And I'm going to put it in the baking pan breast side up. That ought to do it. Put this in the baking pan breast side up. And I'm going to sprinkle a few of my favorite vegetables around it. So it's quartered onions and baby reds. Love those. So these are the hard root vegetables are going to go in now, and I have some mushrooms that I'm going to put in when there's about a half hour, 45 minutes to go. I love mushrooms also. So we'll get these in here. And last but not least, a can of your favorite beer. That'll keep it nice and moist during the cooking. Okay, this is ready to go in a preheated 325, I think. Might be 375, but it'll be in the recipe below. Traeger, and it'll take about maybe an hour and a half, hour and 3/4 to do this 5-pound chicken. I'll let you know exactly how long it took, and you can kind of judge for yourself. So, we're ready to go into the Traeger. Okay, the Traeger is now heated up to 325. Actually, it's going to go to I'm going to put it on 375. And I'm going to put the probe in the breast. So we want to cook that until the breast gets to 165. So it is now 4:30. So we'll see what time this thing finishes up. So when it's ready to go, we have a couple more steps to do. I have to put the mushrooms in, and then I'm going to baste it with some rosemary butter. I've got to get some rosemary sprigs and put them on top right now, so be right back. Okay, I have some fresh rosemary. I'm going to stick some in the cavity here. As you see, I've trussed the bird. I had to improvise here because I left my trussing string over at George's last time he did some roast. He needed some twine, so I took it over to him, and I forgot to bring it home. So I got some cheesecloth and cut a piece off, rolled it up, braided it, and I'm using that to truss the chicken. So now we'll let that go, and I'll be back. And we'll take one more on there for good luck. And so I'll let that cook until the temperature in the breast reaches, I don't know, about 140, about 25 degrees from being done. And then I'll start basting it with a butter and rosemary basting, and that'll kind of darken it up and make it nice and golden. And I have to put the mushrooms in too, so about that time. All right, when we get to that point, I'll be getting back to you. So now I'm going to make some basting sauce for the chicken. Some of you might recognize this device, at least those of you who are from or have been to Mexico. This is a molcajete, and this is called a tejelote. This is the grinder. This is the original Mexican. What am I thinking of?
Mortar and pestle.
Well, mortar and pestle, but food processor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some. I have some melted butter, and I'm going to take some fresh rosemary that I've cut up just a little bit. I'll put that in there. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to just release the oils from the rosemary. So I just want to gently crush the rosemary with the mortar and pestle here, with the molcajete. And then I'll put that in the butter, and we'll use that to baste the chicken when it's just about done. So this process will release the oils and will make it very, very fragrant. So anyway, there's your lesson for Mexican culinary stuff today. I use this all the time. It's really great for making salsas and things like that. So that's the molcajete. Okay, we're about 20 minutes from eating, maybe, and we're at 140 degrees in the breast. So here's the butter and rosemary, so we're going to put that on there. Sure smelling good. Okay, I'm going to go in and get the mushrooms and throw those in there and let her cook until it's done. Well, there's the chicken ready to go, ready to be carved up, and the veggies. And so anyway, that's how it turned out. It looks pretty good. Hi again. Well, looks like my idea was a real winner. That chicken last night was superb, and it's gonna be a keeper recipe on how, or technique on how to cook a whole chicken. So give it a try. It is really good. I'll tell you, I'm not a breast fan. I do not like chicken or the white meat of chicken or turkey. But I tried it just to see how good it was. And it was delicious. It had wonderful flavor, a lot more than normal, and very, very juicy and tender. So the only drawback I found was that the baby red potatoes, even though they were quite small, weren't quite done. So I would cut the potatoes in half before cooking them, and then they'd probably be just fine. But other than the potatoes, everything was great. The mushrooms were just superb. And the onions, I loved them. They were just al dente, and so it was they were fantastic. Had a nice smoky flavor, and a nice flavor from the sauce from the chicken. So give it a try. I'm sure you'll really like this technique. If you have a pellet smoker, try it. You'll love it. So thanks again for watching this episode of My Idaho Cabin. If you like the videos, please subscribe over here. Check on the subscribe button and put the little dinger bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a video. And also the recipe will be right down here, so you don't have to be taking notes during the video. So anyway, again, thank you very much for watching this episode of My Idaho Cabin. And I apologize for being remiss in posting videos, but things happened one after the other, and they just precluded me from being able to post anything. So I hope to get back in the swing of things here pretty soon, and this is the first try. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time at My Idaho Cabin.
Welcome to my Idaho cabin, where the elk and deer run free. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. Thanks for spending time with me.